To anyone familiar with the sport of long distance running, Kenyans seem to always congregate at the top of world leaderboards. David Epstein, author of The Sports Gene, further examined the culture of the Kalenjin tribe, an indigenous tribe to East Africa that produces dozens of world-class runners year in, year out. In fact, the Kalenjin, a culture with a population smaller than New York City, consistently dominates the United States in distance running. Some, like Epstein, would argue the reason behind their success is a mixture of both nature and nurture. While there are genetic components that come into play, this paper outlines several environmental or nurture components that attempt to explain the long-lasting success of the Kalenjin distance running culture. Before we look at the Kalenjin culture, let's first discuss how good they actually are at running long distance. In the 2012 Berlin Marathon, Kenyan Wilson Kipsang won with a world record 2-hour 3-minute and 23-second marathon, an average of 4:42 per mile. But even more remarkable was that his fellow Kalenjins came in second, third, fourth, and fifth place at arguably the most competitive marathon in the world. That may seem like a fluke, but the Kalenjin frontrunners went over to the Chicago Marathon 2 weeks later and finished 1, 2, 3, and 4, breaking the course record. Now, obviously, the Kalenjin success on the world stage of distance running is not a fluke. In fact, the tribe promotes endurance-based activity at a very young age. All throughout the Rift Valley province, boys and girls between the ages of 5 and 12 are running to school. Josh Kirigu, a coach for the Kenyan national team, ran a total of 12 kilometers a day, going to and from school as a child. It is not uncommon for children like Kirigu to run to school and back home twice a day, as they go home and eat lunch. If these children grow up to become talented runners, the chase for education may land them an educational opportunity of a lifetime in the United States. Unfortunately, 42% of Kenyans live below the poverty line. However, it is well known across Kenya that if one is good enough, like NCAA 17-time champion Edward Cheserek, there is an opportunity to come to the United States and not only compete at a high level, but also get a degree at an American university. The Kenyan Scholar Athlete Project, also known as KenSAP, offers full-ride scholarships to Kenyan student athletes from running backgrounds. It may seem like running for a spot in the KenSAP program is an individual pursuit. However, the Kalenjin tribe views running as a group effort. According to Neil McDonough, an American professional runner who went to train with the Kalenjin, it was not uncommon to be running with a group of guys numbering anywhere from 10 to 40. It turns out that this pack running strategy has quite a bit of support behind it. According to Brendan Cornon, a Chicago-based running coach, a partner can help you from slipping off pace or cutting a run short. Corbett found that performance was over 3 minutes faster in a 2,000-meter race when participants were racing against other people as opposed to racing alone. Interestingly, in this 2,000-meter cycling task, both the individual and pack subjects were cycling at the same speed for the first 1,000 meters. However, the entire second half of the race was dominated by the group that had multiple competitors. The higher power output was said to be a product of greater anaerobic contribution, as the aerobic output remained the same. This has significant implications for Kalenjin distance running, as their pack running strategy may lead to similar positive performance effects, especially as the race progresses. While there are genetic components to their running success, Kalenjin culture plays a significant role as well. It takes a brief scan of the record books, and it is obvious that the Kalenjin culture is nothing short of legendary. From any early age, running is part of their daily life, and some see it as an opportunity for a better life. as they hope to attend college through programs like KinSat. While it is agreed upon that distance running is not for the faint of heart, it is much easier to do with a team. The Collegian approach, running as a team-based event, as opposed to most Americans who see it as an individual sport, is an inherent advantage. Ultimately, there are many reasons why the Collegian tribe beats the entire world in distance events. Some would argue that genetics play a significant role in Collegian success, but the nurturing environmental effects put the Collegian at the top of the leaderboards.